Today we're going to talk about why use essential oils and do essential oils work. I can't wait to connect and talk to any of you that are parents out there. You're going to want to know some of the things we know about essential oils. My name is Lynn Gines. I've been teaching and educating about essential oils for over 12 years now, and I can't wait to talk to you more about why we want to use essential oils and do essential oils really work. You know, essential oils are actually lipophilic. So that means that when we use an essential oil, that actually can be penetrated through our skin, and when it comes through our skin, it can actually penetrate through cell membranes as well. So yes, can they work inside the body? They work really well inside the body. But I want to talk to you about being a mom. You know, if you would have asked me when I was a small child what I wanted to be when I was grow up, my answer was always the same over and over. I want to be a mom. And luckily, I am the mom of 6 amazing children, and I have loved being a mom. But as many of you know, when we're moms, we have a lot of responsibility. And there's always some problems, right, that come along the way that we've got to fix. Well, it just seems like to me that those problems tended to come in the middle of the night, right? When I had sick kids or there was some difficulty, it was in the middle of the night that they weren't feeling well, right? And I didn't have the answers. In my first few kids, I was always like, well, let's just see how sick they get. Let's wait till the morning. And if they're really bad, we'll take them into the doctor or, into the ER, whatever we need to do to care for them. This was always made me feel uncomfortable because I wanted to fix it. I wanted to take care of those kids and make sure that they had their needs met as quickly as possible. Well, we would try some generic over-the-counter medication or whatever we could to help alleviate their discomfort. Well, this is one of the reasons why essential oils was the right choice for me, is because I was able to have those essential oils when I started learning about them. It took me quite a few years before I really understood the power of essential oils. In fact, my 3 older kids were into their teenage years before we really dove into it. I had a couple of experiences where essential oils were a pivotal, marked difference in how I was caring for and treating my child. So one of the things to know about essential oils is that they work very quickly, very fast. So in the middle of the night, when I have a sick kid, I don't sit there and wonder, okay, is this bacterial? Is it viral infection? I don't have to worry about that. I know that I can immediately start using essential oils and that they will be effective on either way. Okay, so I want to share one experience when I had a young child and he was dealing with some difficult ear problems. And I could tell he was uncomfortable and in a lot of pain, and so I went to the doctor. This was before I knew very much about essential oils. I went to the doctor and he was probably about 18 months old, and the doctor checked his ears and said, yeah, there is a problem here. And he was very quick to offer me an antibiotic. And as a mom, I was excited to have something to help with that. So I ran home, used that antibiotic for 10 days. And after using that antibiotic for 10 days, I could tell that he was still having some discomfort. And so we took him back to the doctor, and the doctor checked him out and said, oh yeah, there's still a problem here. And so he gave me a different antibiotic, and we were on that antibiotic for 10 days. And I could tell he was doing better, but I wasn't quite sure, so I took him back into the doctor again after being on an antibiotic for 20 days. And I said, will you just check to make sure he's doing better? And the doctor looked and he said, he still is not completely well. Let's treat this again. And so we switched antibiotics, and he was on a different antibiotic for another 10 days. And I was a young mom. I put my child on antibiotic for 30 days, and I was just trying to do the very best I could to care for him and do what he needed me to do as a mom. I wanted to step up. I wanted to be the best mom I could be. Not realizing or knowing at the time the long journey that my son was going to have because he was on too many antibiotics for too long of a time. At such a young age, those antibiotics really did a lot of problems to his digestive system. And knowing that now, I wish I had a different solution, right? And this is the message that I have loved for the last 12 years to teach and educate moms. It's important for us to have natural, safe alternatives that are just right there in our home. So when we started understanding and using essential oils, we were so blessed that we could have them right on our shelf, that in the middle of the night, when they came to us and we knew that they were not doing well, mom and dad had a solution, something that we could start using on them very quickly, and that actually worked quickly, that we could see a difference very, very quickly. And I just want to talk about one of my first big experiences with essential oils was when this child, when he was about 4 years old, came running in the house, and he was having a full out breathing problem. He was coughing, he was wheezing, he was not doing well. And I quickly laid him on the couch, and again, I wasn't thinking essential oils. I just had a few of them, but I wasn't really using them at the time. And he was not breathing well. And I ran around the house looking for that really expensive $90 inhaler to help him start breathing. I couldn't find the inhaler, and I all of a sudden remembered, okay, I have this oil on my counter. And the oil that I grabbed was called Breathe. I'm like, oh, Breathe, that's what we need, that's what we need. And so I grabbed Breathe and I put it in his hands, and I had him cup it in his hands like this and had him breathe it in. And at the same time, I was rubbing it on his chest, and within 35 seconds, between 30 and 35 seconds, he was able to open up his air passageways. He was able to take deep breaths. And there was not a greater feeling for me as a mom that just wanted him to breathe. But that was the first moment that I said, oh my, there really is something that works very quickly and very effectively about these essential oils, and I want to learn more. That was the beginning of my journey into natural health. And I can't wait to share with you more about natural health tips and ways that we can help kids and family members and just be prepared and ready. And I can't wait to talk to you more about that. If you'd love to learn more tips and tricks on how to use essential oils and what to do with them in your home, why use essential oils, and do essential oils work, go ahead and subscribe, and we'll be talking more all about essential oils.